I'm very pleased to speak with Mr. Aravinda Pereira, the Managing Director of Sampath Bank in Sri Lanka. And Sampath Bank is one of the mid-sized banks in the country, and actually, in many ways, a proxy for the economy and how Sri Lanka as a country has been evolving. And under your leadership, since 2012, you've taken it on a journey. What was it like when you first became chief executive? What did you inherit?
Well, I have been a Sampath banker for the last 29 years. So, firstly, I knew everybody and everything about the bank. That was a very positive thing. Most importantly, all the customers. All the top customers, whether it's branch or head office, I knew them by heart.
Right.
Everybody was known to me.
Yeah.
That was a very positive thing. We were a very conservative bank until 2010. We had only about 100 branches, although the franchise was 22 years. And we went on a very rapid expansion of branches. We went from 100 to 200 in basically 2.5 years. And with that came new staff, increased from 2,000 to 4,000. So I inherited a bank which had roughly half the branches new and half the staff new.
That kind of growth would have put a lot of pressure on the cost side of the business.
Our cost to income went up. Our
Right.
cost to income went up drastically. And of the 100 branches, many were still loss making. But 2012, my first year was really good for both internal and external reasons. And we finally ended up with roughly about more than 50% profit growth, bottom line growth. Very good. Then I inherited a real big problem in terms of gold-backed loans, which we had about 25% of our total portfolio of that.
Why? How did that happen that you...
Over a period of time, we made a lot of money out of that, and we thought that the gold prices will remain at the same level. When it dropped, and our
portfolio started...
loan to value was about 80. So no one expected the gold to drop by more than 80%.
So the central bank calls you up and...
Yeah, and then we had to write off roughly about double the profit we made in 2013. We wrote off in the next 2 years. So the biggest challenge I got was how to move from this relatively high risk of 24% to below 10. Right now it's below 3%. So what we have done is to expand our franchise, especially the SME and the retail, in a very, very aggressive manner, and allowing the gold to drop little by little. Not only in percentage terms, but also in absolute terms, we have brought it down. I inherited a bank which was good in NPA. Say 10 years ago, it was about 11%, which was high by Sri Lankan standards.
Right.
When I inherited, it was about 3.5.
Right.
Right now, it's about 1.6.
Right.
So double.
This kind of aggressive reduction of NPLs or NPAs, what did it involve? Were they chunks of corporate loans, or were they related to the gold?
Gold was separate.
Okay.
This is separate.
Okay.
Right. Now, what we did was two things. Number one is that our branch managers, roughly 200 of them were granting credit. We said, no, you can't give credit. Credit will be centralized in regional managers offices.
Right.
So from 220 branch managers, we brought it down to 22 regional managers who were experts in credit.
Right.
So we didn't allow anything new to come in. Secondly, we have not given enough attention to our loans that have already gone bad.
Right.
And we were trying to take them to court for 5 years, 6 years.
Right.
So we told our lawyers and we told our recovery people, look friends, now it's a different game.
Yeah.
You go and talk about settlement. Say settlement of capital in full and part of interest you are on.
Yeah.
So we
Well,
very
strict and very...
because you recover a loan.
Yes.
From next day that money can be invested in another loan instrument.
But if you take
interest.
Right.
So we went on both sides, both reducing absolutely that amount
But
of...
you were doing this with the staff you already had. That means you didn't hire new staff.
No. We brought in regional credit people into the recoveries department to do that change. So it worked very well. And also our MIS system was such that if a loan goes in arrears for 1 month, Everybody knows. Head
Right.
office knows, and a letter generated by the system, you just have to send to branch manager to take care of it.
Right.
And we were very, very aggressive on that. Every month I would look at it. My juniors were looking at it.
Right.
So we did a really good thing by bringing it down to 1.6%.
Right. So, but they were mostly consumer loans as opposed to.
Yes, I think there were only a few corporate loans. It was a large number of small loans that were there.
Right.
So we managed to give them concessions in terms of interest,
Right.
and agree for longer repayments,
Right.
and cut it down.
Right. But did you ever think of, lumping it together and securitizing it and.
We don't have any agency or a company who would take over.
Right.
We looked at it, but there was no buyers at that moment of time.
Right.
Sri Lankan legislation is also not very clear on whether somebody can take over and assume the responsibility of recovery.
Right.
Taking over not only the accountability but also the legal ownership of such assets.
Right.
So those questions were there.
Right. So a lot of backroom processes and using the people you have, but also hiring people from outside so that the integrity of the process is run well. What have you achieved so far?
Yeah, we centralized most of the branch back office operations into a thing called Network Service Center, NSC, and that started with the check truncation and thereafter continued.
Right.
So most of the back office functions are done in the back office
Right.
in Colombo.
If you were starting to be CEO more recently, what would you think would be the top 3 or top 5 challenges that you would face?
Yes. Now we are moving into a technology that we are not really sure what's going to be in the future. Whether the brick and mortar branch will continue or not is a big question. So last year, 1st of January last year, we had 4,000 people. And my HR head came to me and said, probably boss, we will take about another 400 people this year.
Yeah. You said
Without
no.
thinking anything, I said no.
Yes.
I told him that I want to end the year with less than 4,000 people.
Okay,
We
because
ended
you're-
the year with less than 4,000 people. But of course, we brought in, along with the whole team, different strategies of making sure that we get the best out of our team. So we have done that.
What are you by persuasion? Are you an engineer? Are you an accountant? Because you have the instinct of an accountant, which is cost management.
Yeah, I'm a numbers man. I'm a mechanical engineer by profession, also accountant.
Right.
So my first degree was in engineering, and second I completed my management accountancy.
Management accounting is
Yeah,
in
CIMA.
bachelor's of management accounting.
No, I did CIMA. I'm a fellow member there,
Right.
and also
so just
a
enough
chartered
to
engineer.
just
Yes.
enough to know the rules and so on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where is your bank in the course of competition that's happening in Sri Lanka? Lately, a couple of banks had change of ownership and so on, and the banks generally are competing for capital at the moment. So, how do you position your bank relative to the nearest competitor?
Well, we are number 3 when you take the private commercial banks.
Yeah.
Far away from number 4.
Yeah.
So we are comfortable from the bottom side. But the top 2 banks have been there for 75 years or more, and I have been we have been there only for 29 years. So there is a bit of a gap to.
But there's also a legacy environment to release and make your staff work independently, freely, and so on.
Yes, actually, 1987 we say that the transformation of the banking industry in the country,
Right.
startup of Sampath Bank was 1987.
Right.
So it goes in line. Capital is I probably have the toughest.
Capital requirement. I mean, you set on yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then I have told myself, look, I want to leverage on my capital and make the best out of it.
Right.
If I go for a merger or a buyout or something, then obviously my shareholders will support me.
Your fee-based income seems to grow very strongly. From 20%, 33% to 40% in 2015. Explain a little bit about the way
We started it a little while ago, not just the last year. We got the result last year,
Okay.
but it's over a period of time.
Okay.
We realized that we were having a net interest income ratio of 4% or more,
Right.
which was not going to hold
Right.
true for because of the competition and also customers
Right.
becoming aware of this.
Right.
So we started working on this for a long time. And our biggest income is coming from trade business,
Right.
and especially the imports.
Right.
Although we are small in size, I believe this NIM, the non-interest
NIM,
income,
yeah.
is
Well-
as high as other two banks that I talked to you
Okay.
earlier. And various other things like remittances, credit
Right.
cards, we are
Right.
very strong in these markets.
And all these are fee-based, electronically driven.
Yeah.
What view do you take about the onslaught of fintech players coming into the marketplace and so on to your business?
So far, it has been okay. Like the telcos coming and trying to get into payment business.
Right.
So we also have to go along with them as much as possible and have our own
Program and-
program.
yeah.
Our products are in place, but delivery is a bit of an issue because people look for delivery next to your home. You
Right.
can't have branches
Right.
everywhere.
Right.
So we are at a slight disadvantage vis-a-vis telcos,
Yes.
but I think we are working with them now anyway.
Right. But are you a first mover advantage organization, or do you wait for technology to be proven?
We always had the first mover advantage.
Okay.
From 1987, Sampath is considered the most innovative bank in the country.
And that's a good title to have because, otherwise it's difficult to influence perception of people who don't know anything about the bank. How international are you? Like, do you have branches in?
Well, about 8 years ago, a
Right.
company in Bangladesh almost went bankrupt. It's
Right.
a non-banking financial institution.
Right.
Started by a Sri Lankan company. We went in there, resurrected. We had 22% shareholding. We still have 9%.
Right.
So we have brought back nearly about 4,000% of whatever we
Right.
initially
Right.
took.
Right.
And we are right now looking at another exciting option, something like that. That company that we own 9% is in Bangladesh, doing extremely well.
Right.
They are also talking to us to go to another exciting option. We are looking at it.
Right.
Meanwhile, we went to Myanmar and
Yes.
set up a rep office.
Right.
So
So what's driving this desire for regionalization? Is it because the business in your home country is slowing?
Sri Lanka is a small country.
It's small.
And my competitors are very good.
Yeah.
And they are very competitive. So though I take market share,
Yes.
the pie is not growing fast enough.
Yes, and your cost side is on the heavy side in that way.
Yes.
Do you consider yourself as in terms of the new technologies coming on stream? Do you consider yourself someone who can leapfrog some of these technologies coming on stream, or do you think that having the traditional approach of having a large player like IBM put the computer in your organization and so on is a much more effective strategy?
I think we leapfrog. Some of the options that we have had long years ago are still not available in places like US or UK. So we have done all that. In 2000, as the millennium issue, we went with Infosys,
Yes.
and at that point of time, we set up a separate system development unit,
Yes.
which is unique, run by bankers
Yes.
with a little bit of experience in IT.
Yes.
Their interest is not in IT.
Yes.
They are interested in banking products and services.
Yes.
So we have done extremely well in that.
Yeah.
that
So
area.
if I visited your bank today, I would
Yes.
see a bank that's very customer centric, and there's a lot of internal marketing to make the organization even more customer centric.
You are right. You are right. There is some more to be done. I need to get my customers do my work.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
For example,
Yeah.
opening your account.
Yes.
If you do it at home, right? I just have to get your signature when you come to my branch.
Right.
That will be the best thing that I can do.
Right.
Work is being done in that area as well.
Right. So why is it that despite all the good work being done, the respect of the rating agencies and the analysts are not, are still like, this is a small but difficult organization?
See, the rating agency is not happy with us because of our capital situation. They say your capital is much above the minimum requirements, but as compared to your competitors, you are not exactly great. So I have no argument against that.
Okay.
But my
Okay,
mandate
your
from
view
my
is that-
shareholders is that make the best out of it.
Right. And how would you describe your relationship with the board? Is it strategic or is it just everyday things?
Strategic, but can't escape the day-to-day things. But it usually done at the monthly board meetings.
Right.
And we do have our other subcommittees which are also working with me.
Right.
They are very they are very good in giving the guidance that is required by us.
So tell me a little bit about where Sri Lanka is. The new government has put in rules about investing for foreigners and so on, and giving a little bit more of a clarity in terms of the transparency of the foreign ownership and so on. Where is Sri Lanka now in terms of building or rebuilding its infrastructure?
Sri Lanka has been rebuilding infrastructure for some time,
Yeah,
especially the road network.
yeah,
It's I would say about 1/3 done.
right,
Some more to be done,
Right.
but the new government came and then delayed it for somewhat. They wanted to review the contracts which we are doing.
okay,
Colombo Port City is been done.
right,
Hotels have come. They are coming or coming. They already come.
yeah,
So infrastructure is in place.
yeah,
There will be certain new addition to the Colombo airport,
yeah,
and we already have another substitute airport in Hambantota.
yeah, which is the,
Yes,
yeah,
and also we have 2 ports now.
Okay.
Earlier we used to have only 1. That
Okay.
way a certain amount of risk has been taken out. This government, after it came, transparency became much more apparent.
right.
And,
And they're
law
more
and
real,
order-
honest, yeah,
Law and order became much more apparent.
okay,
So we are in for very good positive thinking.
yes,
But unfortunately, we have not seen it on things happening yet.
yes,
Probably corporates locally and the other investors are still waiting to see.
yes,
Because we do have a certain issue in having a huge debt problem,
yes,
which the government is trying to sell by talking to IMF and ADB.
okay,
If those things are in place, I think we'll be ready for another good FDI involvement.
yes. And the consolidation, do you think that Sri Lanka has got too many banks and that consolidation must happen at some point?
In Sri Lankan banking industry, consolidation is not the issue. There are some small banks which are trying to come out. It's going to be difficult. When Sampath came in '87, we became quite large within a short period of time.
Mm.
Present small banks are finding it difficult to do
Mm.
that. So their owners will have to make a move
Right,
and say, look, we want to go with somebody else.
Yes.
I don't think anybody can push them or anything like that.
right,
It has to come within themselves to make sure that, okay, we want to consolidate.
right,
But there is still need for consolidation in the non-banking financial institution area.
okay.
The previous government started on that. We are halfway through. Probably it's
Why do non-bank financial institutions be consolidated as opposed to banks?
a couple of NBFIs
Fail to?
failed to deliver the customer deposits. They went down.
Oh,
And
I see.
The central bank of the country had to come up and help them.
Right,
So this probably central bank thinks that it cannot continue.
Right.
That's why they want the stronger players to buy over the smaller players, so
Right.
that there'll be less number to look at.
right. So going forward, what are just 3 priorities that you've given yourself that you want to achieve maybe in this year or in the near future, and to the extent that it's achievable, give us 3 criteria that you've set for yourself.
I think the first thing is we need to make sure that people factor has to be looked at. My staff is very young as compared to any other bank in Sri Lanka. If technology revolution changes the scenario, I can't lay off 1,000
No,
people.
you can't, yeah.
And for a year only about 25-30 people retire.
Right.
So
That's not enough,
That's
yeah.
not enough. That's number one. So what we are planning there is to make technology take off some of our staff away from
Right.
the normal day-to-day, but make them marketeers,
Yeah.
go out to the market. So
Right.
number 2 is basically we are also undergoing a major upgrade in our IT system within the next 12 months. That's going to be very, very important.
Right,
Thirdly, I think, as you quite rightly asked me, regional presence is now
Given.
looks a very good option.
yeah,
So we want to go to a market which is not as developed like Sri Lanka, so that our expertise, our tech savviness will be of much help.
And which is much more useful way of growing it, of growing the franchise. It's a very organic way of growing the franchise.
Exactly, yes.
One day when you leave the bank, what would the staff say about you?
There are, what I hope they will say, if they say, he led the bank into a good situation,
Right.
and he is leaving with hopes for us. I think that should be, I hope they will say. But they will say he's a very friendly man. He has
But he's
been
got too many things.
he looked after us, and he ensured that we did our exams,
Right.
and he knew about all of us, and approachable.
Yes.
These are obvious things that they will talk about.
Right.
But if they say he worked for the future, that will be the best I will be looking for.
Okay, so you're looking for disruptors in a way.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aravinda
Right.
Pereira. Thank you.
Thank
Nice
you.
talking to you.